I will start with the two major problems which we have struggled with in the 20th century, the two old planning paradigms. One of them is the paradigm of modernism. It actually goes further back than 1960. It was started in the 20s and 30s, but it didn't really take off until around 1960 when the economy of the world became better. And it was a very, very harsh strategy or ideology. Cities were bad, and what was good was freestanding buildings. Public space was bad, but streets and squares were bad, but as good was lawns and grass. And Corbusier called this building the vertical garden city because up from the windows you could see some grass. Later on you could only see the parking lot. But that was the idea, and they built a lot of this. How does people use cities? And then to communicate this in such a way that we could make the people who use the city visible for the politicians, for themselves, for planners, for architects, for developers. What was done really was that I was sitting on my behind for 40 years every day and watching people, what are they doing in all parts of the world, in all kinds of days, in snow and in rain, to find out, based from one step to the next, basic knowledge about where does people like to be, where don't they like to be, who is there, what they do on the rainy day, whatever. Actually, 2016, now we know quite a few things now about how people use cities and how we can make good cities for people. It took about 50 years to get enough knowledge about this. We know now, without doubt, that first we shape the cities, but then they shape us. We know that every time we put something up, physical form, it will influence the quality of life of the people who live or work near this building. Every time we do anything, we manipulate with people's opportunities and quality of life. The problem is that many still does not really know how they manipulate and how critical it is. That shows a little bit that it's not only citizens and politicians on the city level or planners, whatever, but gradually this people-oriented city planning is an issue for people throughout the world and in all parts of a country like Denmark. And what is more interesting, this lady made now a new architectural policy for Denmark saying, put people first. And I hope that all this will be of inspiration for Mexico. Now you have the book ready in Spanish, that you also will go on to put emphasis on a people-oriented, humanistic city planning policy. Good luck with the book.